I'm here to talk to you about open government. What is it about highly functional open government that's so great? Is it being able to have improved police response time? Is it having water metric data? Is it being able to get traffic incident reports straight to your smartphone? It's all these things and a little bit more too. We all want open government, right? But we just don't know how to get there. We see in the movies, all kinds of advanced sort of tools for defense work or for engagement work, but that's Hollywood. So here in reality, we have to understand that it's not just about high-tech funding, and it's not just about open data. California Senate Bill 1002 stated that California cities need to be able to define their electronic data records. And not only that, but that California cities need to be able to provide such data without really understanding how. California cities need to change incredibly important, big process flows without a roadmap or really understanding how to strategize and just make it a reality. What I wanted to know when I started this project was, how can cities who are thinking about moving towards transparency and more digital government actually do it? What are the resources and tools that they can use to make this happen? And when they have these resources and tools, how can they apply them to make that complex transformation a reality? So, please take a trip with me to Davis, California. If you're not sure where that is, Davis, California is about 16 miles southwest of Sacramento. If you don't know where that is, Google's a friend. Davis is a place that's progressive. Davis is a place that's unique, interesting, collaborative. It's a place where you can go there and you can really just kind of build your own person. It's a great environment. Everybody's very supportive of, frankly, you. There's great resources in terms of innovation. There's small business. And particularly, there's a community interest in government. I spent 4 years there in my undergraduate career, and though those 4 years met some very, very strange occurrences in my personal life, Davis was actually there for me. Not just UC Davis, but the city itself was there for me when I really had no idea how to go on. There's something special about Davis, not just what it offers to government, not just what it offers to me. It's what it offers to California, what it offers to America and the world. I went to Davis and performed a series of interviews to find out exactly what it takes to move from an aging infrastructure to one that's mature, one that's data-driven. Davis has resource planning models in place which are designed to outline the key process flows and functionalities of government agencies, agencies such as public works or police. The reason why I chose Davis as the case study for my project was that they're in a very, very unique position. Their website itself is 15 years old. The best part about this, however, is that they've got a new website coming in this month. They're so excited about it. And they've got an enterprise resource planning model in place that hopefully will be able to set the stage for Davis to really improve its transparency and its engagement over the next 2 decades. Cities like Palo Alto and Riverside have made strong efforts towards transparency and open government by creating open data portals. However, an open data portal is not enough. There are still opportunities that cities like Palo Alto, Riverside, and Davis can take to make their service time delivery go down, as well as save taxpayer dollars. The goal is to have responsive city government. Durable resource planning is a great way to start. By generating durable resource planning, then cities can understand how their agencies work together, how they communicate with each other. It ensures that their data is shareable. If the data at the police department doesn't work with the data at Public Works, then how are you supposed to make cost comparisons on the frameworks and the processes that are in place? You might be able to, but it'll be really difficult. The maturity of technology in government hinges around data efficiency, effectiveness, and data availability. What I found at Davis through interviewing city administrators, as well as interviewing city administrators of other California cities, is that you can use a capability maturity model to gauge the progress of a city towards this high-flying goal of being open, of being transparent, and being effective. The first step in this process is the initial stage. In this stage, things are chaotic. There's really not much traction. Next is managed. In this stage, there are trailblazers, people on the ground who know what to do, but they're still applying their own unique strengths to make sure that people around them get mobilized. Next is the defined stage. In this stage, we have information and frameworks that are functional, and those trailblazers in step 2, they understand how to gather people around those metrics and around those processes to do better. In the quantitative stage, the information that's been gathered and the frameworks that have been put in place yield data, they yield feedback that can be used to continue improving city operations. The last step is optimizing. You never really reach the optimizing goal, kind of like how Johnny Depp says, "Bring me that horizon," you know? He's never gonna get it, but it's just about going for it, innovating, being creative, and making sure that you have fun doing it. I would say Davis is somewhere in the managed section of the capability maturity model. There's people in place who know exactly what to do, and I'm very proud of this. The city of Davis came up with a role which is specially designed to integrate innovation not only into the community and the government operations, but also into the business side as well. That's right. Davis has a chief innovation officer. If more California cities can get chief innovation officers under their belts, I think that this process would occur a lot faster. Palo Alto and Riverside, they're probably more in the defined state. They have open data portals. They know what it takes, and there's visibility. The capability maturity model let me see how Davis can inventory its data and its process flows. It can create a record of its voyage, and it can be a trailblazer showing other cities that, yes, we can. The capability maturity model can help Davis benchmark its own operations, understand where there are bottlenecks and process flow inefficiencies. I attended a policy committee meeting hosted by the League of California Cities in April down in Ontario, LA. What I found there was that as long as there are bottlenecks in data processing and data availability, there's not going to be enough data to process, if that makes any sense. Basically, the time at which you should have reviewed and processed your data is long gone because the data that you're using is now old. So we need to allow our data flows to catch up with our process flows, make them align. More recorded and processed agency data can result in better decisions with limited resources, which is the story of all cities, after all. Amanda Amich of the US Department of Agriculture stated that open governance is not so much about technology. It's about people, it's about intention, making sure that innovation hits the ground and hits it hard. The cost of doing nothing is not zero, but we have the will and we have the power to change and choose to change. If agencies belong to one city, then shouldn't they all behave under the same standards? Open data is not enough. We need to ensure that process flows are organized and that agencies who follow these process flows align themselves with one another. It's exciting because it's about a new way of working and the transformation that can occur when we reach that point. Thank you.